Hey, we made it home. Made it home. All right, I set up my rig. Gonna do some cleaning up. Actually, I started doing some cleaning up. Remember from an older video on our last travels earlier in the year, we went to North Carolina and I had just a little bit in the bottom of this bottle. So this was my first run with my VDR cleanup deal. I will say my first reaction on this thing, if you're gonna get it, get the hose and the pump. I don't care how many pumps you've got sitting around. I've got a bunch, but trying to find some sort of fitting that fits this to try and fit any kind of hose, pain in the ass. I've been to Home Depot, I've been to Lowe's, I've been to Ace, I've been to a place called Sebos. Nobody has anything. Best I got was something that comes straight up, and I bought tons of different hoses. Just suck it up, buy the hose that comes with it, and have just one more pump for the collection. Other than that, hey, you have to have a speed controller. Let me say one thing. That thing, junk. I wouldn't waste your money getting it. The slightest bit of moisture, boom, thing's burned out. So I started searching around on Amazon. I found this thing, speed controller. Screw the stuff in, set it on there, keeping it under the table like that. This thing, I swear, every time I take it out, I got it in some plastic bag or Ziploc bag, and I'm trying to run it because, it's either raining or you're by the water, and somehow it gets moisture on it, and then things are just garbage. The only good thing about it was the wires that came with it and the alligator clips, but I can see why those units, are only a couple of dollars. If you just search the internet, you can find them. They're just a few dollars. Buy your own wires, your own alligator clip. You can try it out for cheap. But I gotta say, I like this thing. Check this out. Let's see. I already turned it on. Click. Let's turn it up to about 50% power on the #1 setting. So 1100 GPH pump. Set at half power. That's pretty good. Once you got it going, I turned it up to about 80% or 80 on the dial, and I haven't tried to see what happens when you switch to number 2. I don't know if anything will happen, but that was pretty good. So I'm going to finish panning this stuff off. This is what came back from North Carolina. I peeled back all that quartz up here on the top. You can start to see some little flashes of green, and that's the peridot. I'm sure there's garnets in here too, but there was only one tiny little baby flake of gold that I found. That was it, just one tiny little baby. But I wanted to separate that off because that was special. That was from our trip to see Joe and Molly. But what do we have next? Got my Sauk River concentrates from earlier this month. And then I just came back from the Turlough campground, which was on the Stillaguamish River. So you can see how much I got. I was at this place, I had more time to work. This one here, this was just from me and Tyler being there. So we only had probably 3 hours, so there was 6 hours total. This here was over 2 days, but those 2 days were spent camping. So, I wasn't just out there. And my whole entire body hurts anyway because I'm not, a full-time miner. So doing all that stuff, that's tough. This here, all that stuff, that's just the tailings from all the stuff on the bottom. This all the way down, that is all Cape Disappointment. There's a little layer of something in there. Probably paying something from somewhere else, like a pay dirt bag. Then I got back into some Cape Disappointment. Then I think I started doing some Vendetta. And then that little bit up on top, that's probably just stirring to see how far down in there the Cape Disappointment stuff was. So that's just tailings. So I'll add those tailings right there from Joe and Molly's into those. So someday if I ever do pay dirt bags, it'll have some of this stuff in it, along with some real gold that I know is there. And yeah, this thing looking solid. So I'm going to run those. I'm going to see what's in that stuff right there. Sauk River first, and then I'll do Turlough second. So let's see what's in there. All right, let's see what's in here. I got some Jet Dry in there. Make sure everything with it. Oh, that's right. I do have some. I'm gonna have some bigger stuff too that always falls through the side. I forget about that. That stuff falls through the side of some of the classification buckets and stuff. Sometimes it's a rock that I thought was cool. Not really that one. I don't see anything cool about that thing. But we'll set it right there, just in case we need it. Let's see. All right, first scoop. Sauk River concentrates. Oh, yeah, there's some big rocks. Get stuff out of there. Let's see here. Like I said, we're going to turn it up. Let's see. Okay. That's 60. Let's go up to 70. 70 is moving. I'm set on 90. Closes a little bit in the way. But hey, I see a piece of gold. You see that right there? Probably the same feeling I had when I scooped it out of the river. No way, look at that. But we'll come on down here. Pick this little guy. Push him off of there. You don't have to pick it, just touch it and feel it. Pushed right out of there. Let's see. Hey, there's more golds. I see now 2 little pieces. I'll keep you on there. I don't really know where to dump it, to be honest. Let's see if it's better. I don't know which way the glare is worse. Everybody always seems to put their stuff in the wrong spot. Hey, that's a good spot. Let me try a scoop. Yeah, I wish that big chunky thing was a piece of gold, but it's not. That's just some little rock next to the gold. Okay, let's hopefully we got a good spot here. What I'm saying, good spot, I mean with where the phone is. Wow. Oh yeah, I'm seeing more. Funny. You're getting a better view of it than I am. I have the phone right where I'm looking. Okay, let's let that run and we'll see what happens. Definitely has like a, let's see if you catch it more from the side. it's got like a little flow. I understand what what Jason's saying with his, he's got the lobster claw, and I can see where that would happen out there. So I might start feeding right into this. There's a high point. It's, you know, it's really low right there where my finger is. There's a high point right there. I'm gonna start feeding on probably right into that high point. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna try and do it left-handed, and I'm not left-handed, so best of luck to me. Here we go. I might have to classify this material up to the scoop. I'll tell you why. I got some pebbles in there, and I don't know if I want to keep those in there. But yeah, that might be a good spot to dump. See, this looks like a good one right here. This scoop right there is a good one. Looking good, looking good. I always wonder, oh, what are those little rocks? Is that a garnet? Not sure. Now, I don't know if you can see, but I'm going to slide this back a little bit. Do you see right here? It's got a drop riffle before you get the indicator mat. I'm going to try and drop a scoop right there just to see what happens. Ready? Here we go. Don't know. But I'm definitely starting to see some gold showing. Let's get you down there. Very hard. Let me go to the other side. Yeah, buddy. I can see it. Alright, let's take a walk down. Just wondering if a little more speed or if a little more pitch might help. But I don't know. Let's keep running. I mean, I see that they're kind of filling up. We can scooch it up a little here and see if we change this stuff. Certainly help clear that stuff. And I'm not scooting much, you know, a little bit. So I think I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna go find something, raise it up a little bit, and just to see if it helps stir up this material a little more. I love it. The water's not super dirty. All right. Pretty cool. Let's see if getting a little more pitch to it's going to help. All right, so we put a little more pitch in there, and bingo. Got that. Aunt Jo was out here, and she wanted to snuffer up what she was scooping, so she had me snuffer that into here. You can see she's got some little garnets and stuff that she swept in there. We can always dump that back on and see so we get a good look at everything. But guess what? It's not lost. It's in that bottle. Pretty cool. I moved to the other side because it's a little easier for a right-handed person. And then, check this out. I needed something. That book was the right size. But if I put the pan under this, then a nice scoop, maybe come up over, and then trying to, figured why not, let's scoop into the nugget trap. So I'm scooping stuff under there, and then whammo. Great when you got gold in the frame. I think the angle gives you a better shot if I go straight over, and you get too much glare. That was pretty impressive, I think. Good looking stuff. Alright, We're at the 15-minute mark, so I'm going to pause and I'm going to run this stuff. I finished running the Sauk River concentrates that me and Tyler got. At this. We'll just start at the bottom and take a look all the way up. You know, it's all full. They turned the flow way down, right? So we're at the bottom. I mean, it's catching black sand and stuff all the way down. Nothing yet, we're getting there. Still see it's still kind of clearing some of the sand. It's moving, it's moving. I'm getting too soon. I think there were a couple of little flakes that had moved down. There we are. There we are. You see them right there. That one. That one. Have escaped. I don't know what's in that first drop ripple, but the indicator, the VMAT, look at that. Nugget. And there we are, those are nuggets. Look at that. Nice looking stuff. It'll take me a while before I pan it, but I'm going to get this posted so everybody can see, because I still need to do the Turlough campground one. And this one is taking me to sunset, so I think tomorrow might be the day for the Turlough campground. So we'll get this one out there for everybody to see. I'm not going to get it too much in a pan because I walked you all the way up. That's going to be a lot of panning, and I'm going to run out of daylight today. Okay, I panned it all out, and look at what me and Tyler got. Not bad. Two guys. We dug, I don't know, after I put it all in a bucket, probably one full bucket. Not bad. So, way to go, Tyler. We dug some gold.